learn to give up, because I feel like people are so used to we seen as giving up as a failure. Like, you should not give up anything you start. Finish what you started. Blah 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 blah. This that. You have to finish your goals. You have to have goals. You have to reach them and then reach more goals. And then it's never enough. It's like a circle where nothing is enough. Because once you achieve one goal, guess what? There's another one waiting for you, or a new trend, or something new that you can get into and show off to people, and the people that you want to prove that you are worth it. And that's something that I honestly learned. I had to learn to let go. I have never give up on my life, on anything. And that includes resentment. That includes getting in with people too. Like, getting, like, it's, I don't know how to explain it, but letting go, there is so much freedom in letting go. And even, because letting go, it's part of letting go of the ego, right? So I had to learn how to up on my ego. And also I had to learn how to see myself for who I am, and see myself through my egoistic personality, because I had a huge ego. I thought that nothing could stop me. There was a time where I used to believe we all were gods, and everybody, it was like their own god. Like, everybody literally was like their own god, and whoever believed more in themselves. It was like the most powerful thing, which is bullshit, right? But so I had to learn to let go. How to let go in my case. In my case, letting go was like understanding that perhaps I was able to fail on things that I was, quote unquote, I believe to be good at. So one of those things was like this job, last job. Maybe this job was not, I had to understand that maybe it was not for me, but I was so like full of myself that I was like, how the hell I cannot do this if I'm literally the best? And that's not a way to look at things. Like, sometimes, and even though I was going through a lot of things personal, I keep blaming myself for everything that was happening. Like, why am I stronger? That was my mentality. Instead of like thinking and be more kind to myself, I had to learn how to be kind to myself, because I guess I never, for a long time, since I grew up with a lot of I grew up like in an abusive environment, toxic environment, I never learned how to rest. Like, I always was like a survival mode in a sense, even though it was safe, quote unquote. But this is hard to say, but yeah, so I had to learn to recognize my limits, and that's very difficult. That's very difficult, you know, more because I'm the oldest daughter, and I felt like I had something to prove, because I had a lot of people growing up that doubted my skills. They doubted that one day I was going to be capable of creating a life for myself in a different country, which I was so focused on proving them wrong that I forgot everything else. I forgot that I was a human, and I needed rest, and I needed to rest and be kind to myself. And I decided to avoid all my... So yeah, it was very difficult to see my ego side of me, like understand that most of the things that I was doing, and it was because my ego was leading me. Like, I wanted to be the best, and I wanted to prove people that I could be the best and just be flawless while doing it, and it's not hard doing this. And I never tried not to show weaknesses. And also, other thing that I did through my whole life, and it's really hard to admit, is I always created a different persona for I was never fully myself, because I was afraid of how people will I was afraid of people not accepting me. So I always created a different like a different personality, or not personality, but like I was never fully myself, and I was always afraid to say what I actually needed. So I would just go with the flow, and I would act like I'm the girl who doesn't care, like, oh, like I'm so chill, you know, like I don't care, type of shit. But of course I cared, and I let a lot of situations happen in my life that should not have happened. And yeah, but other thing that I learned was that, besides letting go, because letting go is honestly one of the main ones, it was just to breathe. It sounds so crazy and so simple, but you just have to breathe. Like, take a breath, like sit back and breathe. It's okay, you know, the world is not gonna end, and nothing is permanent. That's another thing that I have to learn, that nothing is permanent. And it sounds so easy, like, to say. It sounds so like, oh yeah, like we know that, Jocelyn. But everybody lives in this rush, at least in my world, right? Because when you are in my world, in, you know, United States, California, everything is so expensive, and more in the area of LA, everybody wants to, you know, pretend that everything's okay and they can afford all the cool things in life. And sometimes sadly to belong to certain groups or being seen, you have to adjust to that, you know? And it's hard, but that forces you to behave a certain way.